Hey guys, I'm Nicola.
I'm Hugh.
And today we're going to talk about Korean table manners etiquette. So people get so worried before they come to Korea because they're like, how can I eat at the table? Am I going to offend everybody? And I remember my Korean teacher telling me before I came to meet your parents that all these rules of how I should eat at the table with your parents. And then I got here and what was it like?
Actually, it didn't matter much.
Yeah, I just observed the sort of general rules and I didn't horribly offend them or anything like that, did I?
You didn't fart in the table or you didn't burp, so it was okay.
Actually, sometimes you have bad etiquette in our videos when we're eating. And in one time in particular, you stuck your chopsticks into the rice, which is only for rituals for the dead, right? And so many people were like, oh no, you shouldn't do that, that's so wrong. Oh my god, I cringed so much when you did that. But then somebody else came on and said, it's always Western people that freak out more about this. And I thought that was kind of funny how actually you're a Korean in Korea, and yes, it was sort of bad manners, but you had non-Koreans scolding you for it. So I think sometimes it's something people latch onto, like you must do it like this, you must do it like that. But actually in Korea it might be a little bit more flexible.
Yeah, it is. I mean, before when I was young, I had to do really strict table manner. But nowadays, it doesn't really matter because people are not living with their grandfather and grandparents like that. So people, family or separated these days.
So it relaxes.
So it's kind of more relaxed. But when they meet their grandparents or fathers, they try their best.
More of that sort of actual family feeling rather it being as strict hierarchy as in the past.
Yeah, and if you meet someone who you don't know and someone higher up, maybe you should be polite to them. Of course, your parents as well, but they are family, so it's more flexible. So we don't really do much old fashioned.
This worry about table manners for foreigners coming to Korea isn't helped by some of the search results on Google. Are these big long lists of you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. But it's actually, if you think about in Western culture, we have very strict table manners that we don't follow anymore. Maybe if you're in a super fancy situation or you're meeting royalty and then you have all the knives and you have all the forks and you have to know that this is a salad fork and this is the knife for this and everything. But general day-to-day living, we don't care about that, and a lot of Western people don't know those table manners at all. And there's a lot of table manners I grew up with, you're not putting your elbows on the table and everything, and as you get older it sort of relaxes a little bit.
I think it was same, I couldn't put my elbow on the table, but I do these days. And also different thing is we boys in Korean guys, they go to military service and there's no sometimes there's no fork and chopstick or only the spoon with pork at the same time.
The spork.
So we use that one. So
and you
how
this.
can we?
Yeah,
we like this.
So,
how can we make the table manner
So your manners get destroyed by military service.
Possibly.
So I think Korea is also changing and relaxing a lot of the strict rules from before. So I want to go through some and see what you think about them and how they apply in modern Korea. So from one of the top sites in Google, here are some Korean table manners. So, do not make noises with spoon or chopsticks hitting the rice bowl or other food containers.
Yeah, it's better not to. Yeah, I know.
So, but do you do that?
No, I don't do it on purpose. Sometimes it's just mistake.
Just mistake.
I mean, if people make mistake, but if they do all the way, it's so annoying. I'll just complain to them, but
especially when it's the bronze. The bronze ones.
And I don't like when they touch the bowl with spoon. It sounds really bad.
Do not poke around the rice or side dishes with the spoon.
Yeah, usually we don't, but it depends on side dishes.
Sometimes
if the side dish we need to use spoon with the end, especially for me, I do. Of course, it's not important situation. I'm seeing someone really important. I try not to do it, but
at
with
home,
the family and
matter.
friends, doesn't really matter. So
During the meal, uneatable parts of the bones or fish are quietly discarded by wrapping them in paper so others don't see them. Do not put them on the table or the floor.
we do all the time.
This is literally Korean culture of putting it on the table. You go and eat chicken and you just like put it on the table. Any bones and that just go on the table. And actually coming from a Western country, that's quite shocking. So that's why I was quite amused to see this. It's just quietly discussed. No, there'll be hunks of bone all over the table. Do not use your hands to pick up the food.
It depends on food. If
Right.
you eat like chicken or galbi, how can you, not use your hands?
That's right, there's a lot of things where there's soup or something with the bone that you actually have to pick it up like that.
Yeah, and fish.
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of picking up with your hands in Korean food. Chew food with your closed mouth and do not make noises while chewing.
Yes,
But
but
I feel like Koreans do this so much more, and you see it on the TV shows all the time.
yeah,
It's like this cultural thing on TV at the moment that they have the camera here while people are eating. Like the celebrities go and they're eating this stuff and they have a camera here and they're deliberately making slurping and chewing noises. Yeah.
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 But if you eat like a, it is quite annoying.
Do not read a book or newspaper or watch TV while eating.
We watch TV all the time.
Yeah, your family and a lot of other families always have the TV on while having dinner, which can be quite shocking to me because I grew up in a family where the TV was not on for family dinners. But I see this a lot in Korea, and even in restaurants, they have TV screens everywhere.
Yep.
Almost every single restaurant has TV screen showing something.
All the time. How can you eat without TV? It's so boring.
No, you talk to each other.
No talking.
At the end of the meal, pour boiled water into the rice cooker or scorched rice tea into the rice bowl and drink it.
숭늉. Sometimes we do, sometimes not.
Yeah.
But what about you eat like not rice? Like if you eat noodles, how can you do
Yeah,
that?
true. You eat chicken. I'm just gonna pour this on the chicken. Yeah, that's one much more for traditional restaurants, right?
Yeah, these days like
Yeah.
traditional restaurant you can do that.
Yeah.
But at home usually we don't really do that much. Maybe some families there do, but
Yeah.
usually they don't.
Yeah. Sit with your body in an upright, straight position.
Some people do.
Yeah, like I guess that's sort of the etiquette. But in a family situation, how are you sitting?
I sit like this.
Yeah, so rude. When having a meal with the elderly, wait for the elders to hold their spoon first and keep pace with them. So eat like the same pace that they're eating. And you can't eat until they start eating, right?
But these days, yeah, we wait for elders person
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah.
But when they start, we just eat whatever we want.
So you don't need to worry about caring too much about what pace they're eating at.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
they eat something a lot, you might not. It's better not to eat that one
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
because
yeah.
that
That's
person likes
favorite
that
one.
one. Yeah.
I've been stuck in etiquette dilemmas before where your mum is almost like yelling at me to eat, but your father hasn't started eating because he's watching the TV. So she'll be like, Nicola, eat, you haven't eaten this food I prepared. And I'm sitting there waiting for your father to start eating. And I'm like, what do I do?
My father was watching TV.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah. The spoon and chopsticks should not rest on any bowl or dish during the meal. But sometimes in restaurants, I do this because I don't know how clean the restaurant table is. So it's sort of like, what do I do?
Yeah, in that case, I just put my spoon or chopstick
Yeah.
on the bowl.
On the bowl, yeah. Don't blow your nose at the table ever. Don't do that in Western culture either. Like, come on. Don't lift up your soup or rice bowls.
That's what I do.
Because in Japan they do it, but
Yeah.
we don't do it in Korea. But you do it because you're bad.
I'm not bad. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's quite easier. I mean, like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
otherwise, I need to eat like this, right?
Yeah, but you're supposed to sit up straight.
Yeah. So how can I? It's hard for me.
Always pour drinks for others first, especially those senior to you. So this comes into the drinking culture.
Yeah. But I just do. Even though they are younger than me, I just do it because it doesn't matter. Like.
Yeah, I think it's good to know drinking culture rules and like turning your head away from like people that are senior.
Yeah.
But things are getting more relaxed.
Yeah, but if you do it, they will like it.
Yeah, they will like
Oh,
it.
how did you know that? Whoa.
Foreigner knows the drinking culture. Whoa! Yeah. It's not considered polite to refuse an alcoholic drink offered to you, especially from an elder. This is a really tricky one in Korean culture. If someone gives you an alcoholic drink, you're supposed to drink it.
Yes, but if you can't drink, it's don't drink.
Yeah. If you're on medication, if there's religious reasons, if you're allergic to alcohol, just politely say that.
You can just make excuse that I'm on a medicine or like that. Religious reason I can't drink or something. Just say like that.
Yeah. Don't feel pressured into having alcohol if it's going to be really bad for you.
Yeah, but if you drink, they
will like it. And the last one is when someone's pouring you a drink, you should have both hands like this, accepting it, and as they pour.
Yeah, not only drinks. Most of things you give someone, you receive something from someone. Better to use two hands. 2 hands, or you do this, or like
supporting the elder.
Yeah, it's better to do that. Then they will think you you educated well. Oh yes.
So I think the Visit Korea site says it well, where they said, although it's always good to observe another country's customs, travelers in Korea should not feel unduly concerned about dining etiquette. These days, most Koreans are just happy to see foreign visitors taking an interest in their culture and will not take offense if visitors do not observe all the customs.
Yes.
So relax, it will be okay.
So this is from Visit Korea website. It's proper official website.
Yeah.
So you can trust.
So there's going to be a lot of lists online. There's going to be ones that are so detailed. You might even have like Koreans who left Korea quite a long time ago being like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. But when you get to Korea, it might be more relaxed. But still don't stick your chopsticks in the rice like he does, because that's for the dead.
But like if you know these manners, they will like you. Because some people, even Korean people, don't really do much sometimes. So if you know it, they will like you. But if you don't know it, it's okay. We understand.
So I hope that puts some minds at ease if you are coming to Korea. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Check out the comics on the blog and the
social media.
And we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.
There's gonna be so many comments of people being like, this guy is not Korean, he is so rude, blah blah blah.
No, what about you guys? I wanna eat with you guys if you complain.
Yeah. I bet there'll be netizens that will be on their phones, chewing loudly, slouching while eating with their parents, typing on their phones that you are a rude Korean and nobody really behaves like that.
Come on, guys.